future none can see, but all is changed with time. The future none can see.
Hello and welcome back to SCL 3. I'm in the you are with the studio. I am Ari Danica here with the studio commentators Elendar and Selderain, and our new guest, Grammar Nazi, who is with SomerBlink. Welcome, Grammar Nazi. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks a lot. It's great to be here.
Great, we're happy to have you. We'll talk to you a little bit more in just a moment, but first we're going to do the post-match commentary. So, Guiding Hand Social Club versus the Reputation Cartel. Reputation Cartel will be moving on to the semifinals. Congratulations to them. And oh, Tyrex, you and your wacky fireworks on the Legion. So wacky.
A dual tank Legion at that as well.
Yeah. We'd
Not
all
too
been hoping to
surprised,
see
if I'm honest.
something. We'd all been hoping to see Tyrex step up there, bring something really effective, really different, just really go in there, all guns blazing, try and win his place in the next round. But unfortunately, he pretty much brought the same thing. And even though we saw a different team from the Reputation Cartel, the match pretty much went down the same way as the previous one. It was a disappointing, unpredictable showing there from Tyrex.
And I think it was a case of having a setup he wanted to run, running a slightly weakened version of the first round, and thinking that the setup as it was intended would probably still be strong enough for the Legion in there. A little bit of interesting information from PLILC though. Apparently the Legion pilot PMSing didn't know his ship was only set up to lock 5 targets at once, and didn't have Tyrax locked up as one of those first targets, so only actually achieved a lock on Tyrax as he was dropping into structure. I don't think it would have mattered, but still a bit of a pilot error there, and possibly quite significant to the result of the match.
So a wash, a complete wash, on both of the first two matches. What do you guys think? Hopefully, with our second set of matches, we'll see a little bit more dynamics. I really think these teams could do something really special with all of these new battleships, with these new faction battle cruisers, or not faction battle cruisers, but Navy battle cruisers. I really think they could do something special, and I really hope they do. I hope we see something new and dynamic being brought to the table. And I understand that the teams are testing and kind of getting their sea legs and seeing what they can do, but I really do hope that we see the team starting to switch it up instead of this pattern of, well, let's just try it one more time.
I think we'll certainly see something very interesting and different from Test Alliance. Whether it'll be good or not, and who knows. Hopefully at least we'll manage to stay in the arena for 2 matches in a row, so we can get at least one team through the first round. But I think we'll definitely see some very strange setups in that match. We might see some crazy Black Horizon stuff from the PLA, as it were, and certainly some different setups from Test. Whether good or bad, who knows.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to these next matches. First 2 matches, it's always a bit disappointing when you get a whitewash. It's nice to see a team come out fighting after the first loss, but we've got 2 teams through. This PL versus Test. Yeah, I mean, PL are in there with the advantage. They've got much higher tournament pedigree than Test Alliance, but the new meta, new ships, Test could just have a stroke of genius and pull something out the bag here.
Yeah, it's entirely possible where these tournaments are set up that you do occasionally get one set up completely counter something else. So we may just see that. Test could get lucky, bring something that completely counters whatever PL bring and win quite easily. Or we might see a very close, very fast match. I think the last time we saw Test against PL, although PL won without losing a ship, it was extremely close. It was rush battleships against rush battleships. And I think one of the PL battleships was into structure before one of the Test ones died. So if we still see something like that again, it goes just slightly the other way. It could very easily be a Test victory.
Now, speaking of the next matches coming up, you all are trading into the commentary box. So we will be seeing you out of the studio. It was a pleasure having you both in here. You will be trading with Bacchanalian and Brent, who will be coming into the studio as you two go into the commentary box. And I do want to take a couple moments before we go on a quick 10-minute break to introduce Grammar Nazi, who is a part of the SomerBlink team, who is our wonderful sponsor, who's sponsoring our trivia. So welcome to the studio, Grammar Nazi. We're so happy to have you. Tell us a little bit about who you are and your background at Eve and kind of who you fly with.
Well, my name's Grammar Nazi. I'm in the corporation SomerBlink. I've been playing Eve since late 2007, early 2008. So I'm a young noob compared to most of these guys. I've dabbled in small gang PvP, solo work, blob PvP, and most recently I've been one of the managers for SomerBlink, handling advertising, public relations, some policy changes, and sponsoring the SCL. So yeah, that's who I am. Not too interesting compared to most of these team captains you have here today, but hopefully we can get some good matches in. It's been fantastic so far.
Hey, you're the man that's giving out Krurs and Ishimu, so that is pretty interesting. And speaking of that, we do have the winner for our second trivia question. And that question again was, in what expansion were small, medium, and large rigs introduced? The answer is Apocrypha 1.5. And the Ishimu, sponsored by SomerBlink, will be going to Mick Intley. So congratulations to Mick Intley. You will be contracted your shiny new Shimu very soon. And we will be back after a quick 10-minute break with the second set of matches for SCL 3. Remember, Endler and Elendar and Selderain will be going into the commentary studio. Bacchanalian and Brent will be, they will be going into the commentary box. Bacchanalian and Brent will be joining me in the studio, and we'll have a short interview with Grammar Nazi. And thank you for staying tuned with us for SCL 3. We will be back in 10 minutes with Pandemic Legion with Exodunce versus Insurance Fraud should be our first match, actually. And then Test Alliance versus Pandemic Legion. So those will be our next two sets of matches for SCL 3. And that is it for Ari Danica right now in the studio as we go to our short 10-minute break. Thank you so much for joining us, and please stick around.